How's everybody doing? Top of the morning. Today, we out here with the Fly e-bike, the Fly 7. I told you guys I wanted to do a review on the Fly 8, but couldn't get my hands on the Fly 8, so I got my hands on the Fly 7. Now, a couple of you guys been around before, so I'm quite sure you guys know how these reviews go. I'm not no expert at it, but I'm gonna give it another try. So, just like before, let's give the bike a quick walk around. This is the Fly 7 e-bike. Or a lot of you like to correct me and say the scooter. Of course, I'd have to tell you it's a nice looking scooter. Everyone can see for themselves. Loving the colors on this. The Fly 7. As you guys know, there's a Fly 3, there's a Fly 7, there's an 8, a Fly 9, a 10, and 11. And there's a 12 on the way. But kind of really want to get into this bike. I don't know where to start, you know, but I'm gonna start just like before. Let's see, the wheels. These wheels here, unlike the Fly 10, these are 10-inch wheels with 3-inch tires. And back here, not like the Fly 10, that's a 1200 watt motor on a 10-inch rim. You guys can see that, Fly 2021, that 60 is a 60 volt. It is a 1200 watt motor. And I don't know where to start. Let's go on up here. Hope you guys can see this display. Whenever you see these displays blinking, that's just due to the sunlight. They don't blink in person, you know, they definitely don't. I really don't know where to start with it. It's so much similar to all of the rest of Fly 10s. I know it's a lot of new people here. Let me jump right into this thing. Okay, first of all, these big chrome bars here, these are the crash bars. Just in case you drop the bike, or if the bike fall, or if you crash into anything, those bars protect the bike very well. Very well. It's wrapped all the way around the bike. Around the fenders, the lights, the front, everything. The bike is completely protected with those rail guards. But to tell you the truth, I hate them. I can't stand to see those guards on these bikes. It takes away from the aesthetics of the bike. Like I said, it's a nice looking bike. It's a nice form. In fact, the form is nice on the bike if you really can see it. And take a look at these headlights. I really haven't studied too much of the bike, but I'm loving this design. I believe this lights up, and there's no light here, but inside here, there's a bright LED light that looks like a flashlight. That light turns two colors. On low beam, it's on blue, and on a high beam, it's a bright white. Down here, I noticed on the newer models, they have more decals on these bikes. One second, guys. 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm sorry, I'm solo. Let me wipe this lens down. Okay, now that's better. All right, all that chrome was distracting me. You know, I had to take all that stuff off. So like I was saying, these are 10-inch wheels with the 10-inch wheels by 3. Now I put the knobby tires on here. Now I really suggest you fellas, do not do this. Do not do this to your bike. Do not put the knobby tires on your bike, not unless you have experience, because it changed the whole complete form of the ride. Like when you hit a bump, the bike doesn't go up and down. The bike goes side to side. And another thing, let me get right into this. This is gonna be a messy review. I wouldn't even really so much call it a review. I would call it a comparison, because with these Fly 7s, a lot of guys that like the Fly 7 and the Fly 9s, they really don't care for the Fly 10s. And the guys who like the Fly 10s, they really don't care for the Fly 7s, the 9s, the 3s. They think that they're too small. So it's going to be a lot of pros and cons with this bike. Let me get into one thing. These mirrors, they're pretty nice. They got a nice carbon look to them. But I see a lot of guys, they take the mirrors off because when you riding, these mirrors, one second, these mirrors swing around loose and they keep, as you ride and they fling and they move a lot. So a lot of guys take these mirrors off. For some reason you could tighten them, but they still stay loose, both of them. And it's a big distraction when you're riding. So guys, if you're having that problem with your bike, your Fly 3 or 9, you might want to put some Loctite inside here. Take it completely off, screw this completely off, put some Loctite, and they'll seal them into position. So that's one issue I don't like about this bike. Now two, I took the bike for a ride. The tennis wheels, there's something that you have to adjust to. It's different. Every little tweak into the handlebars, you feel the whole bike shift and move. It's like you're weaving a lot of things. With the 12-inch wheels, it's not so much. It's more of a stable ride. Now, this bike is very beautiful. I wanted to really show you guys the decals and the time that Fly e-bike put into their bikes. And that's what really make their bikes look good. Like, these decals really look good. The RC wheels. Some of them come with an I love down there. And I'm visualizing a lot of this for the first time too, fellas, so bear with me. But they definitely took their time with the decals, the stickers. And what makes this bike look good, what makes it really look nice, is that they took their time with a lot of these lines, a lot of these creases and things in this bike that you're seeing. That's what's really appealing, you know. Just the little cuts, the little simple cuts in the bike is making the bike really appealing. All these little things here, they took time with. That's what's making a difference tonight. And they also, I see they took their time with the paint jobs. Every year the paint job is getting better and better on these bikes. Now, one more thing. I was looking at this Fly 7 and I was looking at the Fly 3. They're both very, very, very similar. I would say exactly they are the same bike. If somebody know the difference, you can correct me. A minute ago, I said that this was a 1200 watt motor, but the Fly 7 is a 1500 watt motor, and the Fly 3 is a 1200 watt motor. That could be the only difference because they're identical bikes. And this Fly 7 for you guys, this Fly 7 is a little bit bigger than the Fly 3. It's bigger. The Fly 7 is bigger than the 9, but smaller than the 10. So don't think that the numbers are in order. The Fly 10 is bigger than the 7, but the 7 is bigger than the 9. Now, I hate going into tedious things. I'm not going to get into a lot of the display right now and all that because it lights up and a lot of the sun is reflecting. You guys won't really see. So I'm focused more on the body, the design, and not so much the specs, the speed. Because when you go get these bikes, the speed, you get them how you like. Like, you can get it 60 volts, 20 amps, or you can get 35 amps, or if you would like more than that. Oh, another thing. With the new Fly e-bikes, these new Fly 7s from previous before, the major difference here too is that they come with a bigger battery space now. Now you can put bigger batteries down into the Fly 7 because they come with much bigger battery space to go down there and also into the seat. It's only a small battery can go under the seat. I'll show you guys in a second. I'm holding this camera. But like I said, you can put a bigger battery in the new Fly 7. So that's what makes these Fly 7s faster than the old Fly 7s, because you can put a bigger battery. Now, one more thing I don't like, this is a new bike, and this is the way this bike comes. There's no cover. There's just a mat here. So I don't know exactly how that works with the rain, but I wouldn't dare bring this bike out in the rain. I would not with just that mat like that. Okay, what else are we getting into? Okay, let me see, grab the key. Where's the key at? Where is the key? Sorry guys, I'm all over with the review. Okay, got it. Got the key right here. Now, different from the Fly 10, I hate to, but it's more like I said, the best way I can do it is compared to the Fly 10. Now, instead of sticking it in here and turning to open the seat like the Fly 10, it has its own keyhole back here like the RZ. So you stick it in here and turn, and it pops. Now, this space down here is much smaller different than the Fly 10. Looks like you barely can get 2935 amps in there. If you do, that's all you're going to get in there. And of course, fellas, you know, these switches here, this switch is for to cut the floorboard battery on, and this is to cut the underneath seat battery. This is for the floor, and this is for the seat. That's what that is. Okay. And so, and oh yeah, and you see right back here where it's slimmed down, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time seeing. Right here, they narrowed the frame in. Right here, it's much slimmer. What that's for, so you can stand over this bike like a bicycle. I don't know if you guys can see, but this is what this is for. You don't have to stick with your legs wide open. Now you can stand straight up. And this bike is fairly light. It's only like 200 pounds compared to the Fly 10. The Fly 10 is around 260 pounds. That's one thing that I like about it too. The weight, riding around all day on this lighter bike, it's much simpler. It's much easier. It's easier to get a full day's work. Like I said, you can stand right over this like a bicycle. It's very comfortable when you stopping at lights or just taking a break or just chilling on the bike. And I also like too that when you sit on this bike, your feet is planted firmly to the ground. Most people is planted firmly to the ground. That's good. With my Fly 10, I plant my feet firmly to the ground, but the weight of the bike is so uncomfortable. And being this is narrow, it feels like a pedal bike. My Fly 10, you have to sit wide and hold heavy weight. So that's a plus to the 7. And another thing, these new Fly e-bikes, they coming with Bluetooth. This has a Bluetooth speaker. I don't know how great it is. I haven't tried it, but listen. Okay, that's the Bluetooth. I haven't tried connecting it yet, but I guess that's a good feature. And the sound, I don't see any speakers, but I'm assuming the speakers is fairly up here somewhere. Another thing, Fly e-bike did good. Look at the emblem, the logo. Most bike companies do that when they have pride in their product. They put it right on the front. It's like a badge of honor. Fly e-bike. Okay, now, let me get into this. These lights. I wish it was nighttime so I can really show you. I wish it was nighttime. Yeah, thank you, that'll do it. So, check it out. So, now, cut the lights on here, right? Now when it's like, this is the low beam headlight is blue. Then you come and you click it on high beam. It's a very bright white light. You can't see it so much, but it's very bright. The high beam is very bright. Now, whenever you switch it to low beam, it switches to a different color. It's blue, high beam, low beam. And now it's red. Whatever that is, I don't like it. High beam, low beam. And now it's like some kind of purple color. And it's very dim. You can't see the street with it at night. So just to be aware of that. Sorry. Okay, and switch again. High beam, low beam. And now you got like this blinking police light. I guess if you want to pull over your e-bros or somebody riding on the sidewalk, you can play police and pull them over. But I'm not feeling that at all. Maybe at nighttime I can show you guys one day, but that's not working for me at all. E-bros, please don't use that, man. Just switch it to the high beam. The high beam light is nice and bright. It's really nice and bright. Definitely can appreciate it, but the low beams, I don't know what that's about. And another thing here too, let's go to this bike. This display here, it doesn't have, let me say something good. Okay, this turn signal I like. Hit the turn signal there, and it blinks nicely there. Right signal, those are nice. Left, right. And to cut it off, you just press. My Fly 10, you have to push it, find the middle. Here you click it to the left and you push the button and it's clear. Now, this speedometer lets you know how fast you're going in kilometers, but there's no trip odometer. Am I saying it correct? Correct me in it down below. It has a speedometer, but no odometer. It'll give you a distance on one trip, but when you cut the bike off, it resets. So I'm not, no, how do you call it? The trip odometer. It's not there. It's just a speedometer. So that's definitely a downgrade. And this is the battery display here. It looks nice and handsome, but it's limited information display. And of course, here, I like this one better. This is the mode, 1, 2, or 3. Fellas, this button here, a lot of you guys asking, that's the reverse button here on this bike. This is the reverse. You hit the reverse button and you twist the throttle and the bike goes back. I'm sitting on it. Yeah, okay, it's moving. So, give me 1 second. Jump off of this. Had to come in the shade so you guys could see the lights, you know. But this is the Fly 7. I'll give it a good rating above all. But like I said, I was just comparing it to the Fly 10. A lot of guys prefer this because it's more lighter weight, you know. The speed is fast. It's very fast. You know, that's another thing. You guys asked about upgrading these bikes. These bikes really don't need upgrading. They really have a lot of speed. With the small wheels, I don't know how much faster you're looking to go, but it's not necessary. It's not necessary. I know you guys have flooded the comments with the comment section with plenty of questions. I'll be glad to answer. Like I said, you know, I'm just all over with the reviews, you know. But then again, I changed the tires. And like I was saying again about the tires, these knobby tires, fellas, if you guys ever change your tires, it's going to change the whole feel of the ride on the bike. Like, I'll give you an example. You guys ever seen the motor dirt bikes when they racing real fast or they going up a hill? You see how the bike twists from side to side? That's what you're going to get from these tires. They're not going to grip the ground like that. Oh, we're in a perfect place. In fact, what these tires are made for is terrain like this. You see this grass? These tires here, I can shred. I can shred here. If you're not riding on terrain like this most of the time, it's no need. And also gravel. These tires here are great. These tires, sorry, you guys can see, you've seen the tires. These tires like this are excellent for terrain like this. So most of the time, if you're not on terrain like this, don't change the tires. I mean, I did it for the looks, purely for the looks. It's good. When you hit potholes, the ride is much more softer, but, sorry guys, I'm so sorry about that. But when you're riding with these tires and you hit the line, pavement marks or manhole covers, I'm talking about the white pavement lines, you hit those, you're going to slide to the left. The bike is going to jerk to the left, jerk to the right. And it's a very, even professional riders, it's a very uncomfortable, scary feeling, but it's a thrill that some of us don't mind. So if you switch your tires, that's what you're switching to. You switch it to more tweak, the bike will be more twitchy, very twitchy. So I'm sorry, I didn't mean to throw all that in, but I just want you guys to be safe. Like I said, I did the knobby tires just for the look, to give the bike a heavier look. And I pretty much don't know what else to say in this video, so I'm gonna end it there. Like I said, I appreciate you guys, and your boy's on the way to 1,000, you know. Trying to make some plans for us to do, but it's your boy T2. See you guys later. Thank you. I should rip these trails apart. Let me know, should I violate? Or should I maintain?